Everyone thinks housing got expensive because builders got lazy. They're wrong. The real culprit lives in 4 separate machines, and one of them is literally invisible. Let's start with the machine you can see, supply. In 1950, American builders constructed about 1.9 million housing units annually. By 2022, that number had collapsed to around 1.3 million, even though the population nearly tripled. It's not that we stopped building, it's that we built slower than people multiplied. That gap, that's the opening. Exhibit 2, demand. Young people aren't moving to rural towns anymore, they're clustering in coastal metros where jobs concentrate. San Francisco, New York, Miami, Los Angeles. When millions of people want to live in the same zip code, but there are only so many houses on the market, prices don't inch up. They vault. Basic scarcity mechanics. Now here's the invisible machine, interest rates. When the Federal Reserve kept rates near zero for years, borrowing felt free. A buyer could afford a $400,000 house instead of $300,000 because monthly payments stayed manageable. Lenders loosened their grip. Demand spiked further. But when rates climbed, jumping from under 3% to over 7% in months, that same buyer suddenly couldn't afford that house anymore. Rates don't just change affordability, they reshape the entire market's appetite. The fourth machine is perhaps the strangest, zoning laws. Most American land is zoned for single-family homes only. Want to build a duplex apartment or townhouse? Illegal in many neighborhoods. These rules were born in the early 1900s, sold as protecting character. What they actually protect is scarcity. Fewer housing types means fewer total units. Fewer units means higher prices. The law itself became the bottleneck. When you layer these 4 forces, constrained supply, concentrated demand, volatile interest rates, and restrictive zoning, you don't get a small price bump. You get the housing crisis everyone's living through. It's not one villain, it's a system where each piece amplifies the others. And now you see why your monthly rent or mortgage looks nothing like it did a decade ago. Understanding these forces won't lower your rent tomorrow, but it reframes the question from why is housing so expensive to why did we design a system that guarantees it would be. That shift, from blaming builders to questioning the rules, is where real insight lies, so that's why it costs that. This video is for educational and informational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research. Subscribe to uncover the hidden systems behind the prices you pay every day, because understanding how things got expensive is the first step to understanding how they work. This video is for educational and informational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research.